two maps. That is literally sheer dominance on a scale we have not seen before. And shout out as well to Vendums11 on 11. Vendums11 on Reddit. On 11? What the hell's that? On Reddit, he was tracking the number of deaths as well. The way he saw it, maybe slightly off, who knows. Angry Titans had 5 deaths in the whole of that first half. Again, sheer dominance. You're getting it right here. But we go into Hanamura. Things can change. We see a lot of teams playing with the Doomfist and the Sombra on the first point defense. It's an opportunity for Morningstars to shake things up a bit and show us something that's not tanks, because as it's been so far, they have lost out in every single tank fight.
Well, Angry Titans going to go on the defense first. Morningstars on the offense. We could potentially see what we saw last series with a full hold on Hanamura, and then when the defending team on series point goes for their own offense, they could go ahead and sweep it.
Let's not forget as well, actually, as strong as they've been, Angry Titans, it was this map yesterday where things started to fall apart. Where they were 2-0 against Windstrike and it looked like everything was theirs, and things started falling apart when it came to Hanamura. They were then on tilt for about 2 maps in a row. They lost, got themselves into the 5th map, managed to win it back. Clearly the break did them a bit of good as well between maps 4 and 5. But in terms of how this stands out, how they've gone so far, there's no reason to believe why today would go the same way. But let's not write Morningstars off yet. There's a reason why they are here in the semi-finals. And they got a interesting strat coming out. That's exactly like we said, time to move away from tanks and try and surprise Angry Titans a bit.
Well, Morningstars have the luxury of choice here. They are the offensive team, so unless they can make a dent in this, they're already making a dent in Luddy's forehead. That's going to be Dragon Eddy with the Hanzo taking the strikes out. Casp's on the point, drawing some attention. Only God to take out Dragon Eddy to avenge his fallen comrade. Leaf comes in onto Only God as well, so kills going in favor of Morningstars, as is the point progress. Elevate will finally end Casper's reign of terror. Drijo brings Dragon Eddy back into the fight. Maybe the DPS flavor for Morningstars is their way back into this series.
Possibly. Let's see them actually win the fight first and foremost, though, Tridd. They are finding these kills, though. And by the looks of it, they have the numbers advantage slightly. Let's not forget as well, on the attack, you will have that spawning attacker's advantage to be able to push back in towards point. But Angry Titans are holding strong. They are still on the point. And Barrage is online, though. We've already seen what that can do in previous days.
Need to flank around to the side, find an option to get in here. Lolsish has to be that mass on the point. He's going to take a Barrage straight to the face. The damage boost comes in at the end. Morningstars just sealing the deal on this point A capture. They may be down in this series, Des, but they are certainly not out.
No, and they've just got more kills in one fight there. Almost double the number of kills they got in the first half in one single fight.
According to a Reddit user.
Hey, man, I'll still take it, right? I believe it. If you're counting it to 5, I'm pretty sure most people can count to 5. Either way, one thing they can do is count to 1. They've got that first point on towards the second. And Morningstar is doing that good old divide and conquer strategy. You saw Angry Titans trying to stick together as a ball just off point. Enough they could touch it and contest it, but also enough that they could use some cover from the environmentals. But either way, poked up by Morningstars, the opening pick from Dragon Eddy did a lot of work for them. Now they get to push on towards second with 6 minutes in the time bank.
Angry Titans now have that same luxury of choice though, and Morningstars have lost it. Exaraf goes down before he can even get the nano boost off. Only God making his presence known on the McCree, but the rest of the presence going over to Morningstars, who jumps onto the point. Elevate will get D-Mech. Mouse out to drop the minefield off to the corner. Only God again with a kill onto Leaf and Drijo. Both aerial units taken out the sky. Luddy comes in with the cleanup. And who's going to touch Only God from that position? He's now focusing Dragon Eddy with the rat-a-tat-tat. He'll miss all his shots, but you can forgive him after he's fragged out already.
That's exactly the problem, is you leave a McCree up there on the high ground, he's going to be able to tag any members who are in the sky, and, well, you're in for a world of hurt, as we just saw. Some Morningstars now changing things up, going back towards that more standard GOAT style setup.
Angry Titans doing the exact same thing to match him, so they've received that information. They've gone, go ahead, we'll do GOATs v GOATs. Let's see if you try and break our hold on this defense.
Making magic work, but it does mean they've got a fully fresh ult bank to build up here as well. Everyone back down to 0. They start scaling back up once again, but they are going to force the high ground regardless and try and win this first fight outright.
I think they were forced off that high ground there by a nice little boot coming in from Luddy to make it happen. Ellivote takes out Leaf, and the Transcendence comes in from Angry Titans. They press on the attack and remove the Vermin from their point. Morningstars, Exorap isolated, will go down to Ellivote's aggression, and the rest of Morningstars follows suit.
Good defensive wipe. Still only about a minute and a half into their defense here, so not too much I feel for Morningstars to worry about just yet. They've still got plenty of time, 3 times as much time as they've expended so far to make this work for them. And we knew coming into that they also had no ultimates to work with. It was going to be a soft build-up. AFOX had to use the trans in that as well, so they have had to expend something on the side of Angry Titans. Still got 2 ultimates to play with, so I don't expect them to lose this next fight either. But as Morningstars creep closer towards 100% on a couple of ultimates on their side, this is where it's Angry Titans you do start worrying.
Leaving Luddy up on the high ground, he wants to remove them from there. They go out, but they've spotted him out. They know where he is. He has to leap away. Just giving over that positional control will lead up the flame strike from Malzahar to deny him some ult charge. He moves closer towards that ultimate himself. Wants to get towards 100%. Lolsish is still already sitting on that Dragon. Oh, not Dragon Strike, the Earth Shatter. He's going to land it. And they all get booped off the side with the Transcendence, leaving Malzahsa alone on the high ground. Like you said, there's Lolsish going to block that one out. The fight is so divided for Morningstars. I'm not sure they can get much done here. They're going to be able to roll through. Malzahsa does get a consolation kill onto Urki, but I think too much damage has been done to the Morningstars lineup.
Just the sheer aggression of the Angry Titans defense there. As soon as you saw Morningstar descend from the high ground, you kind of expect it to break out into a fight on point. But Urki was in there and knocked down the Ryan straight away, and without a main shield, everyone was very exposed. They had to fall back to where there was environmental cover using those two lanterns that are on the point, push themselves back towards the bridge, and well, you saw exactly what happened when it came to Earthshatter versus Earthshatter. Lolsish came out on top.
But now Onigod's got the grab. He has it online before Casper, so hopefully he'll be able to get that charge in this next fight and be able to counter-grab very quickly. It's Elivote with the self-destruct and Dragon Eddy about to match him as well. Potent combination is going to be mirrored very quickly. They're just trying to get some extra charge from a safe distance by abusing the high ground.
Taking it slow this time as well. Like I say, they've got the ults to play with, almost 4 of them in fact. That's quite a lot to assault Angry Titans with on the low ground. I imagine they don't want to get forced back towards the bridge once again. Looking towards Elivote here, as soon as they descend, I imagine he's going to want to try and go for a self-destruct. Potentially, they've all dropped a bit too low, though. A
couple of members isolated, they're not together as a team. It's only Malzahsa eating the grab, he gets charged out. No one going to fall down to the explosive damage. The sound barrier was enough to make sure Morningstar stayed alive. They're still sitting in that combo itself. Eaton up, grab, Caspian unable to get it on the field. They have to commit with the ult anyway. Going to throw it up into the sky and clear some space. Get a little bit of extra progress on the point as Lolsish is forced off to the side. Low HP, throws down the shadow. The shield doesn't come out fast enough from Malzahsa. Charges through. I'm not sure how many people were affected, but Lolsish deters the aggression by charging them off the point as he then gets charged himself, but he's kept alive by the protected barriers and healing from his team. Angry Titans holding fast.
We spoke earlier on when it came down to Sanctuary, speaking about the potency of that Brigitte heal. You saw it exactly there coming onto Lolsish, going from about 50 HP just over just about 200 or so. And like you say, with the projected barrier coming through as well, there was no way he went down there. Good overall play. We do see at least a third of the point coming through for Morningstars as well, so there is at least something to show for their efforts. But now we're down to 2 minutes, a third of the time they started with on this second point, Tridd, and they do not have too many ultimates to play with right now. In fact, they've got absolutely zero.
The economy's in disarray, as is Exoraf's HP bar. I believe he got tanked by a couple of orbs there. Casper's about to get his Graviton Surge online, so is Onigod, so we're going to see the exact same interaction. The only difference maker being Elivote. He's going to have that bomb a lot sooner. But hold on to this high ground again. Wait for the right time, wait for the cooldowns, then jump on and contest Angry Titans. Challenge their territory. Urki being focused out straight away. Countergrab comes out. Aafox going to hold up Caspian. He's going to go down before he can get a grab online. The point's still being held by Angry Titans. They're losing HP quickly. Dragon Eddy so close to losing that mech. He's going to drop the self-destruct instead. Leaf takes it off Elivote. And he's going to make sure that he gets a kill. Tridd taking out Aafox. There's a D-Mech on the Onigod who's retreating onto a HP pack. Wants to deal out damage and try and keep this fight alive for his team. Look at him shred through the enemies. And his team comes in for cleanup. Lolsish with the charge kill onto Malzahsa, but now he's isolated. Needs to challenge Leaf. And his team comes in for the support. Luddy with the case of Tinnitus being given over to Leaf.
Something really special about this Angry Titan side where they can lose a couple of members, they can get D-Mech'd, everything seems to be going against them. Admittedly, by their own fault, they hesitated a lot when we saw Morningstars push up that left-hand side stairs and bring down Elivote inside that mech. But still, they managed to fight it back. Lolsish finding 2 kills, the rest of the team pushing forward to find a third. Miracle work, as it feels like, at the best of times. And Morningstars now, with their final assault, they do have a whole number of ultimates online to play with, but you're looking at both defensive ultimates here for Angry Titans.
Aren't letting them have any space to use those ults. There's immediate Earth Shatter from Lolsish, and they just run through them. 19 seconds left on the clock. I don't think they have enough time to set up anything coordinated. This is going to be such a rush for Morningstars to make this happen, especially with Dragon Eddy being staggered out.
Tridd, you're looking towards here to be the hero player. There he is off to the left. If they can stop him getting on point here, they know where he is as well. Managing to get the sound barrier down in panic too.
They won't let him touch. He finally gets in there though, but he burned through the solo sound barrier. He's been booped off the side. Malzahsa was going for the touch himself. Graviton pulls him off the point. Overtime's going to tick down. Can they get there in time? XRF. Oh, so close to ending there. The boot from Luddy attempts it. Now they go in with the counter grab. 2 kills already in favor of Angry Titans. They just need to keep him off the point. Nice block there from Lolsish. Denies Malzahsa that Earth Shatter. They're going to keep emerging and pushing and bullying them off. Dragon Eddy's up high. He will get his mech safely, but the animation lasts too long. The bar has been set. Angry Titans know the task. This is their series to take.
Second point push. All you got to do is get over 41.9 and you join Giganti in the finals, and that is already a mouth-watering final to begin considering. But Morningstars has still got more to show. What a shatter that was as well.
So proactive from Angry Titans. They knew what the time bank situation was, and they knew what the ult economy approximately was going to be for Morning Stars. They had to take the initiative and punish.
Bit too much punishment, you might say there, with the triple punish, but you're not wrong. It did absolutely ruin them on that final push in, so they didn't ever have a chance to execute that combo. That could have been a very different story if Morning Stars were expecting that shatter, but we never see shatters in that location. You very rarely ever see a Ryan charge down that corridor head first, to then get a shatter off and catching almost every single member of the team. That just shows they were not expecting it in the slightest. So really good from Angry Titans to be a bit proactive there and shut that down before it even got into motion.
BB's Adventure, and of course, another arcade game there. But
lost to history in the graveyard.
This is not the arcade. In fact, it's far from it, Des. This is Contenders Europe Semifinals. Angry Titans have given a sheer dominant performance in the first 2 maps, and while Morning Stars were able to start taking some more away from the Titans, chipping away at this infallible defense, they were stopped without a completion. Like I said, the expectation's been set for Angry Titans. They know what they have to capture. Morning Stars rolling out with this double DPS composition. Casper on the Ashe, Leaf on the Pharah.
That's an interesting setup, and they can at least afford to make some mistake here. It's not quite as grave as it was in the last series, where a third of the point spelled the end. In this case, they do get at least 1 defense here and then a defense on the second. It depends how quickly, of course, Angry Titans can roll over. They are rolling out, though, with only God on the McCree. We've already seen what him, Davin, a few others can do as well when they get given this hero. Done big work on it so far, and now Leaf, you can already see straight away, he's staying as far away from this as possible.
He does not want to get fragged out of the sky by Only God. He's already experienced that on the previous attempt. Did get taken out, Dezachu and Leaf being removed by Only God's McCree, who's popping off quite on this hero. A lot of his damage being eaten up by the defense matrix. They're pivoting around the point.
I like how they're playing this so slow and methodical as well. It's exactly what we saw in Hollywood. Take the high ground, wait for cooldowns to come back online, then make your play. They're doing exactly the same thing here, and now it's on Morning Star to respond.
Gonna merge onto the point. Only God stays back. He's just trying to get a big of FOV as possible to spot where Leaf's gonna come from and try and deny him damage. Malsasa just gets chunked out by Elivo and the rest of the team, and a D-Mech on the Dragon Eddy. Oh, look at the shots on the Casper. It doesn't matter if you have a repeater. The Peacemaker's enough. They're going to shred through this composition, get themselves onto the point, and now they are so close to securing themselves a spot in this final.
So calculated, and this is the strength of GOATs and why we saw things like Quad Tank back in Season 1 be so strong, is you can take ground, and you cannot afford, as the enemy team, to stay anywhere near that comp because they will run you down and they will kill you. You're playing into double DPS here, they've got to stay far away. A Winston and D.Va cannot contest that point for long enough to be able to stop them, and that started forcing mistakes.
Oh my god, Leaf ends up killing himself to the barrage. One of the cheeky little bit of damage on to Angry Titans as they go through the car wash. Casper gets Bob online, will throw him into the Titans to contest. He's taken out by Urki already. They're on the point.
Wow.
Angry Titans seal the deal, 3-0. They're taking themselves a spot to the finals.
I saw the intent there, Leaf, but we've seen so many players press Q on Pharah and go down so quickly in the remaining seconds. And, well, Angry Titans with, admittedly on that round, at least a few fights being lost over to the other side, but a very, very dominating performance from both of the victorious semi-finalists today. And tomorrow, I don't know how to call which way it's going to go. It genuinely seems that close, and both seem incredibly on form.
First semi-final of the day was the product of 2 5-map quarterfinals. We saw how that went. 3-0 in favour of one team. We look at this semi-final. Well, one had a 3-0, one had a 3-2. And the one that had the harder path, apparently, will go through with that 3-0. We're going to throw it over to our analyst to close out the day.